Hello everyone, I hope you are having a good time today. Let me welcome to MJ School of Mining and Geology YouTube channel. Have you ever given a thought why we are undertaking a research? Or writing assignments? Worry not, because all your questions will be answered today. Please like, share, comment and subscribe so that we keep on producing this type of a content. Well, the value of a research lies in its contribution to knowledge. Should strive to show clearly how the previous research is conflicting or lacking in some way. This lack is called a gap. Your research contributes to fill the gap. Gap should flow naturally and clearly from your understanding of the literature. Writing assignments provide us with an opportunity to teach students to organize ideas, develop points logically, elaborate ideas, argue points, and situate an argument in the context of previous research, all skills valued in higher education. First, read and skim the abstract. This means you focus on your needs, identify essential parts such as methods, findings, sample, etc. Evaluate the text including strengths, invalid assumptions, contradiction, and so on. Compare and contrast the source with previous readings, for example, agreements, disagreements. Does the author acknowledge or neglect the work of others? Read strategically and critically, highlight notes in margins, and store source information. Therefore, when you are reading critically, you will write critically. Critically is not about thinking negatively or about finding fault in everything you read, write, or do. It is about analyzing the information you are receiving, putting it into context and using it to come to a logical conclusion. Please always keep your research safe, external drive, Google Drive, to name but a few. This is to make sure that even if the computer were to crash few days or months before submission, you can recover your work. Please do that so that you do not blame evil spirit or granny next door. There is no point having a reference list if you have nothing but Wikipedia to put down. This is because some of the information were written by anyone feeling like writing. However, Wikipedia could go on bibliography but not on a reference list, as you need to be careful in citing it as a credible source. There are much more reliable sources you can use, such as Google Scholar, Library, and many others. When you are searching the information in question, try to use keywords. Examine reference lists closely. Look for key authors. Go onto their homepage or profile and investigate their publications carefully. Search for articles within significant journals instead of relying solely on databases. Use the keywords in your research question to find suitable literature. For print sources such as book, journal, and many others, ask your supervisor and/or visit the university's library. Sometimes you will find many journals which does not allow you to download them. For this situation, copy DOI of the paper and go to SCIHUB, put the DOI, then boom, you will be able to download it. Now that if you have critically and strategically read and skimmed the abstract and you are convinced that is the kind of paper or journal or information you are looking for, you also downloaded the paper safely into a certain renamed file, specifically for that work. You can now open your Microsoft Word, choose to Home tab to change font sizes, spacing and justifying the paragraphs. Save the document safely in the file you used to save the PDFs. Then start writing. But please make sure your work is attractive and in order. Consistency is the key, for instance, font sizes, spacing, paragraphs, heading font sizes and style of writing. For example, if you are capitalizing headings, do that throughout the entire assignment or report. If you underline your headings, make sure you are consistent. Also, number of sentences must be consistent, for example, 10 lines for each paragraph. Your paragraph should not exceed 10 lines. They must be short and straight to the point. For diagrams, you do not take a picture as raw as it, but this if for expert writing, you need to modify colors and other components. Lastly, after stating how other authors state the facts, you as the current, what do you say? We care much about your viewpoint, but you do not have to criticize other authors. A paragraph is a group of sentences related to each other by the exploration and development of one idea. A professional paragraph should have every sentence containing the main idea found in that paragraph, that is, unity is the key. Also, the sentences should be clear and concise, meaning they must be short and straight to the point. Avoid long sentences. The sentences must flow. The relationship between these sentences must be clear and logical, coherence. The main idea of the paragraph is well supported with specific evidence, examples, and details. A paragraph must have an introducing sentence, body, and a concluding sentence. Though containing such sentences, they must contain the main idea of that paragraph only. Paragraphs must be clear and logical, and they must flow. Always your concluding sentence in the first paragraph must be in such a way that will introduce new idea in the second paragraph. In conclusion, academic writing, or scholarly writing, helps scholars present ideas, analyze research, and construct an effective argument. Both student academic writing and expert writing are expected to adhere to the same standards, which can be difficult for students to master. At first, writing will seem complicated and time-consuming, but worry, with time it will become second nature to you and will become part of the long list of skills you have gained as a university student. Thank you for joining us in today's adventure. We really appreciate you and your support. We wish you all the best in your respective academic and professional writing. Until next time, cheers.